And it was always interesting for me, you've got this world-class rider that has no baggage attached to him. So it's like, it's really rare in, like, from a performance support world that I live in, to have this unique opportunity to do whatever you want.
It's taken a lot of work, but really when I take a step back and think where I was at the end of 2022, when I really lost everything all at once, it was all just, everything went to pot. You know, I've got all the stuff that I wanted. It's a bit like being a junior again. I'm not tied necessarily, and I just got really amazing equipment. So obviously I quit once and sort of thought I'd be happy doing something else outside of cycling. But yeah, perhaps this is what I need to do forever, you know. I still love it just as much as ever.
So I'm Matt coach. I've been for 2.5 years now. This camp has all been about clarity on what we're trying to achieve. And so every effort you're doing, you're visualizing that you know the purpose of what's happening. You know, so you're not just going through the motions. It's like that whole holistic psychological buy-in to the whole process.
Obviously he's taken it upon himself to help me just because he really believes in me.
I'll talk you through it when we get back, but that was two sets of 5, 1 minute on, 2 minutes off, 500 watts, 560, 630, 680.
And what temperature is it outside?
That's a good point. 35, 1800 meters.
My view within training is totally personal, is like it either needs to be really, really hard or really easy. I think people confuse that in terms of like endurance riding or efforts, you know, but it's also like how stressful is that day. And I think a lot of the stuff we've been doing with Matt is trying to really simulate what a race day will be like in some of these key days. You know, you spend the last 8-9 weeks building up to this point. You want to keep them at sort of 90%, and then suddenly we twist it a bit, we squeeze them in these final few days.
First day I've actually been completely broken.
I'd reached the limit of where I was going to get to with my own knowledge and my attitude towards training and racing.
This hill has got bigger, a lot bigger.
You just like riding your bike outside, you know? You like hacking it up these long climbs, pushing yourself. You love a 3-4 hour pack, which is gravel racing, you know?
If it's gone from one goal to the next, it was track, and then I did really well at the gravel, and then I did the Tour of Britain last year, and then now I've gone, right, well, I need to focus a bit on gravel. And the Gralloch a few weeks ago, I think it's the favourite race I've ever done. It's a hell of a step down from what I was doing, but it's still just as good. Like it's great fun.
Within my own world, my spirit cold.
What is success? You know, like what's the timescale on this? Like the beauty of this project is that there is no end point, you know? Like he's got a really nice close-knit community of people that have helped him. So this is all still part of the process, you know, and it comes with pressure. You know, you look at him and it's like, how are you going to deal with this pressure in these next 12 months? You talk about what you want to achieve, but this should just be a stepping stone of it. And if it's success or failure in this camp, I don't really care. Like, all I want out of Matt is, like, as a personal growth and a professional growth in 2, 3, 4 years time, whenever he finishes, he can, like, take the helmet off and be like, I did everything I could. You know, I went through the process, I followed it, I believed. Yeah. That's success.
It's an amazing life, and I'm lucky to do what I do. I just really enjoy racing. That's what I've realised. I do it because I love doing it. Yeah, so why not do what you're good at and do what you love?